Capricorn, how you doing? So we're going to be looking at your next 48 hours, Capricorn. How are you? So please make sure you smash the like button and comment, subscribe, and watch the video all the way through if you can. And thanks very much. Really just appreciate it. Could be dealing with the Pisceum. Feeling happy, feeling wanted, happy as you know it. Clap your hands. Clap. Someone could have the clap. Or Eric. Or listening to Eric Clapton. Someone's having Layla, the name Layla. Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn? Also Leanne. Capricorn next 48 hours. Capricorn for the next 48. So you've got the Nine of Cups, Capricorn. You've also got the Page of Wands. Some of you might be really at odds and evens with Stephen, or like very difficult energy to realise whether you're actually talking or not here. Okay, this is where the ego is really kicked in and someone's gone silent, playing the silent game on someone. Okay, it might be the fact that you want to do that, or it's someone that's doing it to you, Capricorn, but I'm definitely feeling like I am not emotionally fulfilled, or you are emotionally distant. And what is it? Why do you always keep blocking me out emotionally? And this just goes on and on and on, like 9, 10, 10 to 9, 9, 10, 10, 9. Okay, so like an everlasting cycle with the person Michael, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But the ego's definitely kicked in, not speaking to someone, maybe hiding secrets, or just feeling the fact that the person's emotionally distant. You could have got an argument with the Page of Wands, and I've got better things to do than listening to you complaining and moaning at me. Okay, so more than likely not talking. Capricorn for the next 48 hours. So you got the Five of Wands. You're dealing with like a life path 5, Sagittarius or maybe Taurus. It could be a mother, if you've got a mother or a family member, father, and it's a very difficult situation that you've got going on. Okay. It feels like that someone has these temper tantrums and then they play the quiet game on someone to make it feel as if it could be like intimidating. Now, don't forget, if this doesn't relate to you, you can also watch it as a Gemini or a life path 6. Because I read in numerology, okay, and they're all major arcana 6s as Gemini. But what it feels like here is that someone pulls this trick on someone of like playing the silent game of, okay, if things don't go my way, the way I want it to, you know that I'm getting really angry at you. I'll use that as an intimidating tool for the other person to think I've got to stand very carefully around this person because I know they have an anger problem. I know that they spit their dummy out and they more than likely stop speaking. And because they do, I always feel as if I'm standing on eggshells around their mood, but this person knows that. They know that you don't like that, Capricorn. So they use it as a tool to get what they want. And it could, like I said, it could be a child wanting a toy, or just like a very childish way of communicating with a person that can just mean of like text messages. You didn't put a kiss on the end of it. Just something like that is kind of like this snotty behavior of like, okay, well, if you're not going to speak, then I'm not going to speak. If you're going to be emotionally distant, then I'm going to be emotionally distant. Okay, I took into consideration what you said. I blamed you, you blamed me, and now we're back at square one. Congratulations, you've won nothing. Neither of you. You've basically won silence. Congratulations. Let's see, humans, right, Capricorn? Let's see, Capricorn for the next 48 hours. 9 of Wands. So you got a lot of control, narcissistic, gaslighting behavior. I told you I felt this. Let's see, let's go down on me, Dave. But I could feel this, like this way of intimidating someone by knowing that they've confused it. It's because someone here could have self-sabotage issues. This just come up in Gemini reading over on Patreon for the 2 weekly readings. And someone here has got like really bad self-sabotage problems, but they've also got self-worth issues leading to the point of being insecure, like very insecure within themselves, of being like, I'm going to create an argument and a drama out of a crisis. Trust me, these are drama out of a crisis. This is over nothing. The Page of Wands is over the most trivial thing that you could think of, even down to being Trivial Pursuit. You could play Trivial Pursuit with this person and they would argue that their wrong fact was right. Okay, so you've more than likely have or will get into an argument with this person Their insecurities bring around the Five of Swords that creates an argument. The Five of Swords then creates a Five of Wands, where it just creates more of the ego, where it's like gaslighting the person of the reason why the argument started, because it really was or is over something so trivial, to the fact now where you're actually gaslighting me to make me believe that it's my fault that one of you got angry. Now, I'm never one to actually cast a shadow upon anybody being at fault, but I do always say that the person that gets aggressive and the person that gets angry and loses their temper can be the one that's known to gaslight people, because I'm getting angry at you because you're not doing what I want you to do and because of something else. Now, if it's like, well, you went and slept with someone else, well, then obviously you don't stay with the person. It's not their fault. It's your fault for staying with them, right? So you don't ever stay in relationships where someone's sleeping with another man or a woman, okay? But at the moment, if you are in commitments, it definitely feels like Steph, Jeff, Steve, or Sarah, okay? So you might have, like, this could be an ex-husband or a wife, someone that you are just putting up with, meanwhile, until you find other ways and means of moving out, okay? Because the tension around where one is living is extremely tense. And what do I do to get out? Well, you need money, and money isn't here. So it might mean financially you could really be struggling with money and assets and a way out of this scenario, because it being so gaslighting and argumentative with someone's temper. Now, if this isn't extreme gaslighting and narcissistic tendencies, it is an argument that has happened, and it has left someone now really confused to why the other person blamed them, because they have insecurities and abandonment issues. They create a scenario out of nothing. They cause an argument, which means that I'm about to abandon the relationship because I'm blaming you for something that you've done and treating you like a child. The other person then in turn says that it's the other person that adds to the gaslighting. So you both blame each other. You got aggressive, but the person that started the argument of aggression basically got what they wanted and set out to do, which is sabotage the commitment and relationship by the person that started to get really aggressive and started to be very sulky. Okay, like, I'm not getting my own way. I asked you something, you didn't agree, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, and because you didn't do that, now I'm blaming you for it, which comes across as gaslighting, mind games, manipulating the whole scenario in order to turn around and blame the other person to say that it's actually you doing it. That adds to the hysterical energy of the Nine of Wands being a very confused energy. You've got a lot of 9 here, which is Virgo or life path 9, life path 5, Sagittarius, Taurus, Pisces, maybe Leo here. This person could have a lot of fire in their chart, but also oil, which means that they are a case of chaos. Fire and oil do not mix, as well as water and oil don't, or fire and water don't. So it feels like contaminating one's chart that leads to someone being like emotionally open, 10 of Cups, created by someone that causes them to emotionally be distant, 9 of Cups, blames the 10 of Cups for being emotionally distant, but blaming the 10 at the beginning is really coming from the 5 here. Hope you can follow my method, Capricorn. Okay, so to alliterate again, the 10 of Cups is emotionally open, or was, closes it down to a 9 of Cups because the 9 caused some sort of argument with the 5, started to get very Tancy and Nancy Drew, created an argument and a scenario out of something that was very trivial to one of you. So these 3 cards created this 10 to turn to a 9 to become emotionally distant. More than likely stop speaking to the Page of Wands, where the ego kicked in. Is was like, if you're going to talk to me like that, then you might as well talk to a brick wall. Okay, that royally pissed off the 5 of Wands, got more aggressive, and then more than likely narcissistic energy, you're a gaslighter, you're a narc, you're this, you're that, blah, 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 kicks in, and you are now back at square one, more than likely not talking to one another. Okay. Does that make any kind of sense, Capricorn? The sense that don't make any. So instead of clarifying, let's take a look at a few of these cards to see what you've got coming up for your next 48 hours. So you've got Capricorn, photo proof, getting evidence. I've got evidence against everything that you've said and everything that you have done. I've been keeping a record of all of this so I can let you know that it is you that's gaslighting me and that it's not me gaslighting you, and that I can prove to everybody and the world the fact that you are a narc and a gaslighter. But you are playing games with a narcissist, which means that why bother? Just leave. Don't say someone's a narc. Don't complain about being a victim of circumstance of narcissism. You don't have to waste your energy or your time getting evidence. You just disappear off the face of the earth and leave the person, okay? Or go to the police and tell them everything and then get a 50 to 100 mile radius of where you are not allowed to come around me. Block mobile phones, go off Facebook. I don't want to hear about people, but they're my twat and everything. And we're supposed to be, but I hate them. Stop being anal. So there's a there's a photo proof to getting evidence energy here. But you can keep arguing this out, hammer and tongue, with a person that's narcissistic. You're not going to win. What are you trying to win? Proof that they are a narcissist? I'm sure you've more than likely, or everybody has told me 1,000 times in the comment section they are. So great, you've won that. Everybody believes they're narcissistic. So now what do you do? Okay. So let's see, Capricorn. Capricorn, any other messages for Capricorn? So, karmic friends. I don't believe in karma because that's just ancestral stuff. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secrets, and competition. So this can come up as competition. It could be cheating or lying, but you don't need to worry about that. Just end your commitment, end your relationship, and that is much quicker than being paranoid or worried that they are or they're not, or God knows what else. Because believe me, there is nothing worse than dating a person that is actually paranoid, that says that this is going on, but they're paranoid. You're cheating, you're lying, you're doing this, you're doing that, but the person is actually innocent. Trust me, be the victim of one of those is worse. Okay. So, again, paranoia is a mental illness. It is a state of delusion, being delusional. Okay. So, like I said, where have you got your facts from? And if you've got your facts from here, then why are you still here? Why are you still with them? Okay. Why have you not moved on from the person? Okay. Here. Okay. You're just wasting your time doing this by getting exhausted and pissed off and fed up by letting everybody know I can prove the fact that they are. So which means that you are mentally hurt. Your ego is destroyed and your pride is wounded. So you come up as the wounded warrior, which means you end up playing a victim of circumstance instead of being a strong character enough to walk away and ignore the energy. Okay, if you ignore, it's better than interaction. If you interact, it makes you just as bad because you keep going on about it. It provokes, and when you provoke more. Okay, I can give as good as I get. I get knocked down, but I get back up again to fight you. What you fighting? A lost cause. So what's the point? Now, this can come through as friends or family that you've got here. Okay, tension, secrets, competition, keeping your friends close and your enemies closer. I say neither. I say keep everybody out and be on your own. Okay? Who needs friends? Let's see. Capricorn, one more message. So you got groupie. Maybe someone that watches someone's tarot or someone that's online or something like that, someone that's trying to cause a load of trouble for someone else's commitment or someone else's relationship. And it's now caused this argument because a groupie got involved here, which just means that they are blah, 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 and I'm going to tell you this and that and so on and so forth. And the fact that I'm just really don't even know anything. I don't know the circumstance. I'm not a person that lives with these people. I'm not a person that knows these people. I haven't ever witnessed or been with them behind the scenes. I'm just going to stick my nose in and cause this scenario of it's just a scenario that's created here by someone else, which means don't even know the person. They've just caused some sort of scene and come onto the scene as a groupie, and it's caused this problem or argument over someone not being able to shut their mouth, or just like this. But this energy here can be, oh, I'm just going to say something and I'm just going to open my mouth and have an opinion and tell these people what my opinion is. And it's a well, this can be like a keyboard warrior, someone that just causes trouble for other people's relationships online. Maybe if you guys are doing anything online, they get jealous. They're probably single. They're probably on their own. They like to interfere into other people's relationships and shit when they're actually more than likely in this reading on their own and they've got nothing better to do. So take no notice of groupies and people that are like very nasty in comments. If you're online, they're always there. They're just like sitting in the background there wasting their time. So there you go, Capricorn. So thank you very much. That is your next 48. If you would like to support me even further, you can find the join button below. That gives you a load of stuff for the join button because it doesn't cost too much at all, and it gives you a load in return. But if you want your 2 weekly readings, where I am now doing 1 week and then the next week, and you get a week in advance, then you will need the silver tier over on Patreon. I will be doing the yearly readings very soon, and also the monthly readings for December. But the yearly readings, I don't know which way I'm going to do it. But they will all be on sale on Patreon. They will be not on the join button. They will be on Patreon, or they will be sold singly for the whole year for £3 each, which is like £3, $3.50. And that will be per video, and you can find them on the shop of Patreon. If you go on Patreon, you go to the shop. Once I've done them, they will come up. There is teaching videos there if you want to buy them individually. But when I do the readings, it will more than likely come up on Patreon and also the shop. So you can just buy it singly if you want. That's your whole yearly reading. It's £3. Doesn't cost much. That will be done next, more than likely. Okay. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, sharing, going for all the adverts and clicking the adverts, all that sort of stuff, Capricorn. It really does help me out. If there's nothing else you can do, at least you click an advert and like the video. Just really helps. Okay. So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.